Wednesday 3.
We're in Wednesday 1.
No question in my mind.
He came from one of the toughest areas of Phoenix, most of his country, of course.
Praying for his safety and
got people on the defense talking about it. You better get your ass involved. You better get involved.
I just gotta say, when it comes to mortality,
Different.
For sure, and they would have thrown it off because
This guy gets off you.
Solid from and then I go to bed every night like G man, I promise you that we got a special What is up, Cowboys Nation? Hopefully you guys are doing good. I need a thumbs up if you can hear what I'm saying. We're having technical difficulties, so if you're tuning in, Cuts, I need your help. Can you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, or am I silent? You can hear me. All right, Jimmy, see if they can hear you. I can hear you now.
Yep.
Whatever you did is working.
Can you hear me?
We're good. We're good, man. What's up in the cave? Appreciate you guys jumping in, man. It's a special Wednesday. Those of you guys who missed it, we had a special show on Monday. Jesse Holly was in the cave, and I'm just telling you, it was an absolutely great interview, great time. We were talking for like 2 hours, and we probably could have talked for 3 hours if time permitted, but it was 10 o'clock. Your boy's getting tired, and I'm getting ready for the game. As you can see, I broke out my Catholics and Convicts shirt. I'll be heading down to 305. I'm ready to get this football season going, but Jimmy, how you doing, brother?
But I'll tell you one thing though. I watched that Jesse Holly the other night. That was a home run. First of all, hearing like it was a great human interest story. The guy didn't give up. He busted his ass. He had to deal with a lot, going through the Michael Irvin thing and all that, and not really getting accepted in the locker room. And it's a lot of different things he talked about. I would definitely, if you missed that on Monday, go back and check it out. It was a home run.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. It was great being back in there. But now we've got to get to the business at hand, and it's football time. I mean, it is. The rosters are set. They're ever so changing every day, but it's crunch time, and it starts this weekend when college football just gets off to an unbelievable start. Ohio State, Texas can't get much bigger than that on a Saturday. You notice I said Saturday because the real game is on Sunday night down at the 305. Your boy's going to be in the house, going down to the Hard Rock. Maybe gonna roll some dice. Maybe gonna play a little roulette after the game for a little victory celebration. Try and triple my money a little bit. But I'm excited for this week. You have Alabama, Florida State, LSU, Clemson. If you're a football fan, I don't know how you're going to leave the couch. I need to get out on Saturday to do some stuff, but I don't know. I'm going to get my eyes away from this TV, man. There's some big games. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I know. Mag is all hyped about going back to the 305 to watch. You know what? I got to do some homework this year. I'm going to try to be a little ultra. I don't know about that. I'm going to try to be a little bit more integrated in the college football scene. I'll let Mike Tag hold on one thing. I know that Miami's ranked 10th, and I think Notre Dame's ranked 6th, if I'm correct. And you got a 3-1 matchup on Saturday. So I'm trying to get into things so I can have a little bit of conversation this year. But Ultra, I don't know what you're smoking or drinking tonight, but I don't know about that.
No, Uncle Cheech is still. I don't know. Uncle Cheech, if you're listening, I don't understand. He said, click on the camera or mic icon in my address bar, then refresh the page. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. This is just it's been a bad Wednesday. I'll be honest with you. I've had a hell of a day at work. I just walked in the door like 15 minutes ago and I couldn't get my Canva working. I couldn't, that's when my clips were, I don't have any overlays. I don't have anything. So Jimmy, you're sounding a little broken up. We're off to a bad start. In the cave. And now Uncle Cheech is going to be, I don't know what to do with Uncle Cheech. So this is just, it's one of them days. But honestly, the Texas Ohio State game. Let's not be biased. Let's be objective. I mean, it's going to be a great game. I mean, you have two quarterbacks, not a lot of experience. Ohio State kind of bringing in some people. Texas is only a 1.5 point dog on the road. So I got to give Texas their props. Is maybe they got something going on. I mean, maybe Texas has got something going on, and Ohio State might be in for something. I don't know. It's going to be a good game. I think it's a noon kickoff, which is crazy too. That should be prime time.
Well, and I got to tell you guys, just so you know, I mean, I'm kind of, because we had to wing this at the last second. Obviously, I'm glad this didn't happen when Jesse Holly was on the other night. That would have been a problem. So I'm listening. I can talk. I'm listening to my audio on my phone. It's like a 4 or 5 second delay. So that's why I'm catching up a little bit. But Uncle Cheech, we got to get Uncle Cheech on in here, man. So Uncle Cheech.
Well, if you think you can run the show, if your audio is right, then I will call Uncle Cheech and get you going. But yeah, this isn't working. This is what you call a problem from the start. So I will excuse myself, Jimmy, and if you could talk, then I'll try and get a hold.
All right. So Mike's trusted me to run the show right now. I don't need any audio, which is a good thing because I can't hear a thing out of I don't even know why I got these on my head right now. But I don't know if it's Mike Tag's mic or my headphones or Uncle Cheat's got problems. But like I said, thank God it didn't happen with Jesse Holly the other night. If you guys missed that, check it out. It cuts. It's just you and me, baby. And guess what? I'm looking forward to getting that package in the mail. Like I said, that check's going to be back in the mail to you. And SoCal can laugh at me all he wants about going on to it. But that's part of right. It cuts, just so you know. We're watching GH before we came on. So anyway, Ultra only SF Jesse Holly gets. Oh God, Ultra, man, you're coming out tough tonight. I think Ultra's the one tricking at 11 a.m. But I ain't talking much to college football. I'm talking in generalities because I don't know too much, right? But I'm gonna try to watch a little more and learn a little more about college football so that I can have some discussions with you so I can break chops. I know it was Texas. Is it Kelly likes Texas Tech? Is that who he likes? I think they're 23rd or something like that. So, and then what do we have? A couple things I want to talk about. I don't know if Mike Tag had it on his radar, but I saw today where, and you guys know in the past we've talked about the NFL with the international games, or right now the 7 international games. Well, starting next year, I guess Goodell wants to push it to 10, which, again, I don't get it. We've talked about it over and over on this show. Why the hell international? First of all, it's the jet lag. They're going overseas. It's a pain in the ass. The field conditions aren't always what they're supposed to be. They got the game of Brazil, I think, on next Friday. The Cowboys and Eagles are on Thursday. They got the Brazil game on Friday. Last year, that was a mess for the players. It was a mess for the fields, everything else. And then Then they're looking to add 3 more, and I just don't think that it's a good decision. I mean, you're taking away home games. You're not going to have teams internationally. You're not going to have a home team, maybe except for maybe Mexico or Canada. You're not going to have any international NFL teams. I think Mike came back and Ultra. Yes, I was bitching and moaning about that. I don't care. We swept the worst teams in the league. I don't care about that. Boone needs to go. It's longer.
Yeah. I don't know. Now I see Uncle Cheech. He hungs up, give up, and now he's in, but he's not in. So I don't know. I'll give it a few minutes. We might have to cut this show short because it's just not working out. And Jimmy, your audio is just terrible. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I get my Catholics and convict shirt. I'm ready for Miami to whoop some ass on Sunday night. I'm going to be going down to the Hard Rock. I'm excited. We got Texas, Ohio State. You got Florida State. You got Alabama. I mean, this is the college football time. But then we look at the Cowboys and we try and figure out, all right, what do the Cowboys got? They get their 53-man roster. I know there was a lot of hype and a lot of concern with Holden being cut. He's back on the practice squad. So you've seen a lot of these guys that got let go. They're getting back. They're getting back into the fold. And so things will kind of play itself out. The one thing that kind of really, I'll be honest with you, surprises me with these teams and these players is the margin between good and great. It's amazing because there are some really, really good football players that got cut. Now, they got brought back on the practice squad, but there's guys that you saw get drafted like, man, this dude's he's a star in college. There's no way he's not going to make a team. And then they get cut, and then they get brought back on the practice squad. A couple things for me is I think they need to expand the roster. I think they got to expand the roster. You're playing 17 games now with different with playoffs and everything. You're up to like 21 games, and I think they should expand it, make it bigger. I mean, I know they have expanded the practice squad and this and that, but I don't know. And I know it's to give guys an opportunity to play. Jimmy, I don't know if I could run this solo for a minute, but your audio is bad, and I don't know if you can hear me. I just don't want to make it a bad show for you or for the people. I don't want to give you a bad look.
Yeah, let me try. Let me. I saw it cuts back in.
And bounce back in. Then bounce back in. We'll do that. All right. You understand? I run a tight ship, and I can't have this kind of tomfoolery where I'm in the cave. I'm trying to bring the hype, and then I got people. It's just too much distraction. So I'm going to roll this thing solo. I definitely appreciate it. We'll go for as long as you guys can put up with me. But looking at the Cowboys, looking at the roster, what surprises did you guys see? I mean, and I got to lower this thing because I need to make sure you guys see the Catholics and convicts. Otherwise, I'll have to back up. But all kidding aside, what kind of surprises did you guys see with the roster cuts? I mean, to me, there really wasn't a lot a surprise. I know people said, well, Mozzie might get cut. Well, I didn't think they'd do that because who are they going to have? I mean, he's a body. At this point, he's at least a body. And the Cowboys didn't make any moves as far as trading. I know they traded Richards for a draft pick, which that kind of made sense. I think he fell kind of out of favor. And then obviously with the emergence of the other guys on the line, he became expendable. So I give the Cowboys kudos for that. At least get back a draft pick or something for him. But everything else for the Cowboys kind of fell in line. I know a lot of people thought Holden would make the 53. He didn't. Flournoy ended up, getting a spot, and he looked good. And talking with Jesse Holley on Monday, I mean, he thinks Flournoy is at a higher level right now than Mingo, which says something about his ability. Mingo being a second-round draft pick, the injury obviously hurt him, but the other concern really that I would have is on this defense. I mean, you're looking at the secondary, and I keep going back to the secondary, and they brought back picked a couple guys off waivers. Don't really know them. It was two guys, me personally, maybe some football gurus like you guys heard of these guys, Bridges and Stewart, one from, I think, Minnesota and the other one from LA. Their bodies right now. I mean, they're not going to, the Cowboys are going in with the secondary that they're going in with. And I don't know. I mean, you don't think Diggs is going to be ready next Thursday. I mean, this game is less, a week away, 1 week away from, tomorrow, 1 week away. The Cowboys are going to have their hands full in Philadelphia. Let's make no mistake about it. Unless this offense can really, really explode. Yeah, not being active with the defensive tackles. And you've seen some, Ronnie, that they could have traded. They could have traded for. They could have picked some up. It surprises me. And I don't know if it's, again, appreciate Jesse on the show. He just said the Cowboys just don't prioritize defensive tackles. It's just not a position that they find sexy. It's not a position that they're putting money in. Now, they did draft Mozzie. So, they went out and got a first-round draft pick defensive tackle. So, they did to try to put something in there. But I think they're just kind of stubborn with that position. And, I asked the question is, could scheme overtake, talent efficiencies? And, some people agree, some people don't agree. Eberflus has a very good defensive scheme, but you got to have the personnel to run the scheme. And I'm not really 100% sold on the Cowboys defensive tackles to be able to do it. Now, the beauty of all of this, guys, is it gets settled on the field, and it's going to get settled Thursday because you're going to bring in the best running back in the NFL is going to be coming in against this defense, and it's going to see what this defense is going to get tested early and see what they're made of. And that is the beauty of football. It gets settled on the field. I mean, we can all talk about it. We can all give our opinions, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come Thursday night up in that dump in the link, and we're gonna figure it out. Let's see what we got. Well, we all know what Philly's gonna do. We don't have the horses. It could get ugly, and where the only chance, I'll be honest with you guys, the chance the Cowboys have, you're on the road, you're in Philly, it's opening day. They're going to do the band. The crowd's going to be crazy. The Cowboys offense has got to explode. And again, this could lead to is everything on Dak Prescott. You don't know what these running backs are going to do. You don't know what you have with your running backs. It's kind of an unknown. The only known that you have is you got Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens. You got Turpin, and you got the guys there. So you know what you can do with the offense. You just don't know what you're going to do with this defense. And the Cowboys are going to have to get to a point where you hate to say a shootout, but they're going to have to match Philly score for score, and they're going to have to go toe-to-toe with them. And that's going to be where the Cowboys can pull it away, or if they don't, it could get out of hand. Just being honest, it's a tall order right now. You don't have Parsons. Don't know if you're going to get Parsons. You're not really completely healthy in the secondary, and right now you got defensive tackles you just don't know outside Osa. You don't know what you got.
Hey, can you hear me better now? I can hear you finally.
I can hear you, but you sound like you're in a tunnel, like your mic isn't working, like you're on a different audio thing.
All right, let me try one more thing, guys. Sorry. At least I can hear you now. At least I can hear you.
I can keep you happy. But so that's really where it comes from. That's really where it comes from, is with this team. If this season progresses, is all the pressure going to be on Dak Prescott? Is all the pressure going to be on Dak Prescott to be the man for 60 minutes? And that's hard. I mean, I'm no Dak apologist. I think, he deserves his share of the heat. He deserves his share of the criticism. But when you're asking a guy to pretty much do everything and all the pressure is on you because you have a lack of a running game to really get you balanced on offense, every mistake is going to be magnified. Every mistake is going to become huge and huge and huge. And you're going to get to a point where, you have one turnover, you're going to end up, now you're down a touchdown. Or if they scored, you turn the ball, now you're down 14. Now you become even more predictable than they've been in the past. And that's where, for the Cowboys, they're going to have to find balance within this running game. And that remains to be seen. I mean, I feel good about our running backs. I love young running backs, but they're unproven. No,
and I'll tell you, is that any better? I hope.
Great, Jimmy. I don't know. Can you tell the audience what the problem was? Can you give us a diagnosis of why you came into the cave unprepared and you were choppy, and then you had to go back up? You stutter stepped, you dropped the ball. We can't have this mistake again. So I want you to tell the audience what happened. Was it on you, or was it just some freak technical difficulty?
No, actually, I'm going to blame it on my kid. So I told you last week we were bringing Dominic to college. Well, he brought a few items with him, and he said, "Oh, I took the monitor, so you got a different monitor." Okay, I didn't realize that he must have done all sorts of other stuff, and I didn't realize it because I didn't. Well, hey, I was on 10 minutes early tonight,
and you blamed me.
And I blamed you. Yes.
You're telling me you can't hear me?
I said it was Mike's fault. Mike Tag was somehow your microphone, Mike Tag. So he backed in and out 3 times before we came on. But sorry about that, guys.
All right, so we're live. If we can delete the first 5 minutes, we would. But now we're back in the game. The only thing we're missing is Uncle Cheech, and I'll run through that stuff with you. I don't know what's going on. Can't be third and long. K, I appreciate DK 100%. And that's the problem when you can't run the ball consistently, Jimmy, and you know this.
Yes.
If you're running for no gain, now you're at 2nd and 10, 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. The Cowboys, in every NFL team, You want to be 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, 3rd and short. That's how you can matriculate the ball down the field and then hit a big play. But that's going to be the concern. And I mean, we're talking about all the NFL teams. They had the triplets, and they had all these rankings, and they had the Cowboys, ranked in the middle of the pack. But with triplets, and it was primarily because of the uncertainty of the running game. And they had Atlanta was higher on that ranking, primarily because they got Bijan Robinson.
Yeah. Well, but I'll tell you one thing though. So we're talking about offensive line. We lost.
I want to answer that when we're done. But go ahead.
Okay, so we lost Caleb McGarry, our best offensive lineman. So I wanted to ask you guys your opinion, because our coach Morris came out and said something interesting, because they said, well, wait a minute. Now Penix's blind side is exposed. Now that McGarry's down. He's out for the season. So Coach Morris says, well, you're thinking old school. There's no more blind side. With shotgun and pistol for most of the offensive sets. He said, that's old school. You ain't got to worry about a blind side. I don't know, man. I would worry about a left tackle. I think what he's probably saying is a lot of times is 3-step drop, 5-step drop, 7-step drop, where you're going back. And if a guy comes unblocked, he's going to lay you out before damn straight
that 7-step drop. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Cause the guys are more where they're seeing the vision. Their back's not so much towards that side anymore. Not as much, but I don't know, man. Not having a left tackle is a problem.
That's a problem. Yes, it is.
I mean, it is a major problem. I would say Patriot. I mean, what did you see? Forget preseason. Let's just be honest. And I'm a Deuce guy. I like Deuce coming out. And I wanted him to do so well. What did you see from him in the regular season that gave you any hope or thought that he could be a productive NFL player? And maybe, I mean, if you're going to say, hey, the coaching staff didn't have him in the right positions and didn't set him up for success, I can buy that. If that's your answer, Patriot, I mean, that I'll take. But he couldn't break tackles. His vision was questionable. He just did not look comfortable back there. And I thought the best opportunity for Deuce would be more not like a traditional scat back, but like get him out in open space, get him, dump passes, get him out, throw, with more catches than runs. Because I think in open space, he can, he could potentially be dangerous, but it never happened. Like I kept waiting for it, and it was like arm tackles, bring him down. It just, I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it. I don't know.
And Ronnie's worried about Shoddy's game plan. I mean, I don't know.
It's unknown.
You're not running starters in the preseason, so you're really not seeing it.
And Shoddy was up front on it. He said, we're running vanilla. We don't want to show our hand. But I want to see, Sproles different. Sproles was different. See, I thought he'd be like Sproles, K. He was no Sproles. Sproles broke tackles. He was small, but he was a tank. But yeah, going back to Shoddy, you just don't know, because you saw in the first preseason game, they throw the ball like crazy. I mean, they basically set Milton up for failure. In the Atlanta game, last preseason game, they ran a great offense. They had a heavy balance of running. They got Milton involved in some option runs, got him moving around, got him feeling comfortable, got him feeling better. And that's what, you hope to see in Shoddy's offense during the season. But I just don't know. And then it's like what he said, what Jesse said. You listen to what Shoddy says. He talked about the first game and they want to establish the run. And then he said, well, I got pissed off and I just wanted to throw a deep ball. He had no deep balls planned. He was going to keep everything close and kind of work the ball down the field. So it gets you the feeling he wants to sling it. They got CD. You went and traded Pickens. You got Turpin. You're moving him all over the place. He's talking running, but I don't know. Maybe he wants to sling it. Maybe he wants to sling it. Absolutely, Chris. I cannot wait.
Oh, and he's digging the shirt. Chris is digging the old school Catholics convict shirt.
Yes. And Jimmy Johnson, we did get screwed that year. That was not a fumble. If replay was around, that would have been another national championship for these Miami Hurricanes, and also that BS no call, or that call on pass interference that wasn't. They called it 10 minutes later against Ohio State. That was another national championship we got screwed at. So Miami should have 7. I mean, we should be at 7 national championships, but I'm not going to cry about it.
Hey, Ronnie, this came up at lunch today. A buddy of mine at work asked the same question. And the thing is, you know what he's capable of. In his first season, he had over 1,000 yards receiving with Matty Ice. And ever since then, he hasn't been used properly. I don't know. I think with Penix, I think you take him. I wouldn't take him early. But if he's lingering, take him, right? Because Penix will be looking for that dump off besides Algier and Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing when you look at Pitts. I mean, he was a freak. I mean, coming out of Florida. Yeah. I mean, and he has just not lived up to the expectations. And you keep wondering if Atlanta would trade him. Atlanta, and they haven't. And I would be shocked. I mean, this is probably kind of his last run there. If he doesn't get some going, they'll probably just move on from him. Right? This is 4th year.
This is his 5th year. And if you would have told
5th-year option, they did.
Yeah, this is 5th season.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. But the thing with him is, again, he hasn't been used right. I don't want to put it on him. It's not like he's dropping passes or blowing routes. It's just they're not using him right. They're not targeting him a whole lot, right? Yeah. So, again, I think in this offense this year, especially if Penix is going to be successful, I mean, not only is he a beast, he's got hands, he's got size and strength. So, I would take him, but obviously not in an early round.
Yeah. What was that?
Benny, what's up?
What's up, Benny? Benny will be at the Cowboys Cave tailgate party. Not that I care about Hurricanes, but I'm good if you beat Notre Dame and knock them out of the play. Of course. But here's the thing. Count Christo is they're ranked 5. We're ranked 10. This game, really, it's pride. I don't think this will have any implications, win or lose, on either team of making the playoffs.
It's early.
Well, it's just they'll come back to that game, and all right, Notre Dame lost on the road against the number 10 team in the country. Notre Dame, this won't hurt their playoff chances. It's not a conference game for Miami, so it really, it's so early for them, it doesn't really hurt them. It's just pride, and we want to take care of Notre Dame. That's the way this has been a bucket list game for me. I haven't been to a Miami Notre Dame game, so I'm just pumped to be there, and I just cannot wait. I can't get. I mean, that Sunday night can't get here soon enough. I'm sure that hope we don't get our ass whooped, because that'll make it very sad. I saw something from Patriot up there. I saw, at least with Deuce. I mean, what is it? What is he going to do on special teams? And I'm saying this sincerely. The way that they've created special teams now, I mean, the kick returns aren't what they were. No. Punt, there's not a lot of punt returns, all of that kind of stuff. Special teams isn't like what it was 5-10 years ago. It's just changed. So I'm not going to keep him on special teams when I got Turpin, who's primarily going to be the guy back there. I mean, I don't know. I think you can get your DBs. I don't want to keep them for that. And they only kept 4 running backs. They kept, who'd they keep? Williams. They had Williams, Sanders, and Blue, and then I think Lipke, right, fullback. Who are you going to get rid of? Sanders. The problem of getting rid of Sanders, honestly, is he's a veteran, and I think there's a comfort level that you want to give him a shot. And I agree, Kay. Give him a shot against week 1. I think you can kind of let him go later. When Maffa gets back from injury, maybe you bring him up and Sanders is kind of gone if you believe in Williams. But right now, let's just think about it. Let's just be honest with ourselves. You got Javonte Williams coming off 2 years removed from a knee injury. You got Jadon Blue, who was hurt in college, who kind of got his ankle rolled in preseason, so he got a little nicked up already. I mean, Sanders is kind of your in case of emergency break glass, because we don't have anything. I mean, our running game is on a hope and a prayer right now, and I hope that Javonte Williams is the Javonte Williams that you saw at North Carolina. But I don't know. He's young. He's only 24 years old. I mean, he's young. He's still a young kid. I believe he's 24, 25, something like that. So I don't know.
So we're
Our
bouncing
O-line-
around between the Cowboys and the U.
Well, this is our O-line is the best in the country against D. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a battle of the trenches, and it's that, Chris, and then it's going to come down. It's going to come down to the quarterbacks. They've got an unproven guy coming in. They kind of made a last-minute decision on their quarterback, I believe. And Miami's got Carson Beck, who they paid a pretty good penny to, NIL money, was at Georgia, played in big games at Georgia, obviously big-time player, played in playoffs, all that kind of good stuff, had an injury. It's going to come down to these quarterbacks. And if Beck can be good, doesn't have to be great. If he can be good, I think the Canes are on their way. If he struggles, we don't have anything behind him of any experience or anyone that's really worth it. I keep saying Cowboys. The Canes season is going to go down. Not as bad as Florida State last year, but it'll be bad. So,
well, what he's saying is Beck just has to not screw up.
Exactly.
Count Christo. I was debating to put I don't want to get into this. It's been all over the damn social media and shit.
I know, and I've got my tickets are for sale on SeatGeek because I can't go to the Thanksgiving Day game. And now with the engagement, I think it almost guarantees that Taylor Swift will be at the game. And my seats are in the club seats where the suites are of the visiting team. So she's going to be either, as my man used to say, look over your left shoulder. Now look over your right shoulder. She's going to be over one of my shoulders at the game, I'm sure. Because the press box is, I could see Aikman and them, whoever calls the game, who would be calling that game? Probably Romo or one of those guys, whichever network it's on. I could see them right there. So typically they're over on that side. So I'm sure that whoever has my seats is going to get an eyeful of Taylor Swift if that's what you're into.
I'm not really into her
this year. There you go.
Nance and Romo this year. Yeah.
How do we do with Romo calling our games anyway? I always wonder that. Like with Romo and Aikman. I know Aikman does a lot of our games. Romo doesn't do as much as the CBS.
So you worried about that superstition stuff?
I am.
No, really? No, I can't get into that, man.
It's just you think about those things, man. You don't know.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, and this is NFL related, Tampa Bay. So that big dude, that was it, Desmond Watson, the guy was like 6'6" or 7, almost like 470 pounds. They cut him, right? So my question is this: the guy busted his ass to get through college, and he's drafted by a pro team. And you seen him in practice, kind of just trotting around, not really taking it seriously. So at the end of the day, like, what are you doing? You worked hard to get there. And it looked like he put no effort in. So my question is, does anybody pick that guy up?
He is. Uncle Cheech is back. Uncle Cheech is there.
Good.
Uncle Cheech, if you're, I see you in the background. So, what started as a disaster has turned into good. The problem is, that's Finch. I know you go old school guys at Wildcats. You're talking about the big dude at Florida. Yeah. In the NFL, you gotta, you just can't be some,
right.
That ain't gonna make it.
But the thing is, if you watched him in practice, like, I was watching some clips from Tampa Bay, they're my division. So I got to do homework. Okay. And he's just trotting around, not taking it seriously. It was weird. It was like he didn't care. He was disinterested. You work that hard. You're on a freaking NFL field, and at least bust your ass to make the practice squad, and you got an in. I don't know. Yeah. So Chris is not surprised that Dallas cut Deuce for him.
He's not surprised?
Not surprised.
No, I'm not either. He had plenty of years to get going. Yes. I am going to the game. I am looking forward to it. Like I said earlier, this was a bucket list for me. Definitely wanted to get this game. And so I think Uncle Cheech is preparing himself. So he was getting dolled up, making sure he got all his picks. He's checking them twice.
Yeah,
so
look at all that money.
Because this is a big college football weekend. And if you guys don't know what Uncle Cheech, you can win a lot of scuttle with Uncle Cheech. If you play your cards right, you listen to him very well, you can do it. But what do you think of, you guys, honestly, that Texas Ohio State game? The Texas I mean, does Texas, they got a shot? I mean, they got to have a shot. I mean, they're ranked number 1. It's number 1 versus number 2. And I can't believe, I mean, this hasn't happened. I think Miami and Florida State might have been 1 versus 2 one time to open the season years ago back in the 80s. I mean, this is a big, you think Texas is going to win, Chris? Do you believe in Arch? I mean, do you think Arch is the real deal? I haven't seen it in college, and I've been kind of poking the bear with Texas fans just because some of them give me a hard time about McCain's. But you know, do you guys really believe in Arch? Do you think he can be a Heisman Trophy winner this season? What's up, Donnell? What's up, man?
Donnell, what's up?
That's really, because think of the pressure, Jimmy. What kind of pressure you kids under?
No, you know, he's under a lot of. I mean, come on, you know. And at the end of the day, people just say, oh, you know, if he doesn't do well, it's coattails. That's what he's riding off, coattails, and the name, right? So, he's under a tremendous amount of pressure. But you know what? It don't matter. Obviously, there's an added pressure. Your name is Manning. But at the end of the day, and if you're going to make it to the big leagues, you can't be folding under pressure.
Yeah. What's the competition looking like a quarterback for Arch Manning in regards to being a Heisman winner? I mean, you got the kid from Clemson that they're real high on. You got the new kid from Ohio State. You're going to get these guys that come out of nowhere. Hey, don't sleep on Beck. Don't sleep on Beck from Miami. Miami's loaded. So look at the teams that have a lot of talent with a quarterback. They're loaded. I mean, it's loaded. But watch the receiver from Ohio State, that freshman who's now a sophomore. Why, you know, Newsmeyer, there are guys. I mean, obviously there's a ton of talent in college football. But Texas has got the guys, and it'll be interesting to talk to Cheech. Cheech, can you hear me? I mean, you ready to go? Give me a thumbs up if you're good. I don't want to surprise you. All right, Uncle Cheech is ready to go. This has been an interesting kind of show. We've had some. But the key is we're finishing strong. And now we're going to get in Uncle Cheech. And Uncle Cheech, what is up? I'm glad you got everything worked out. I'm worried about Jimmy. Then I'm worried about you. What is going on? I mean, whose fault is this?
I don't know. I had a bad start from the beginning today.
Yeah.
I get in my Lincoln, drive it to the car wash. I get in to start the car. My air conditioner's not blowing.
Oh, no.
I call the mechanic up. Comes over to the house. Said, go ahead, start the car. Start the car, blowing like an Arctic Circle.
Oh, my God.
Grabbed me for $50 in about 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, to give him a little something for the effort, I guess. I mean, he went out there.
I had to serve a service call.
What you should have done is give him one of your locks of the week and let him help reinvest that money and give him an opportunity to make some real scud also. Go ahead, Jimmy.
No, you know what you should have said? You know who I am? I'm Uncle Cheech. I was making my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
So, hey, Uncle Cheech, let's figure this thing out. First of all, before we get rolling, you got to be pumped up for this. I mean, this college football weekend, this is an exclamation point on football is back. I mean, Jimmy, I know you're not a big college guy. I mean, there is so much action, big games this weekend. Are you going to leave in your couch, or what are we doing?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When I was having mic problems and it was a disaster at the beginning of the show, I brought it up. I'm trying my best to learn some stuff. I know some of the rankings. I know some of the players. So you know what? I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna watch. So when I'm listening to Uncle Cheech giving me knowledge, I kind of know I'm not just looking at the line and the pick. And you know, maybe I can integrate myself into some conversation this season.
Yeah, and definitely, Chris, LSU Clemson, another huge game. But Cheech, what are you thinking of this weekend, man? As far as just not the picks yet, but just college football weekend to start this one.
I went out and bought me a bunch of pretzels, and I'm going to be at the Miami game.
Yes, can't wait to see you there.
But I'll be stuck to the TV for the next 4 days.
Yes. And 1 versus 2, Clemson, LSU, those are two pretty good ranked teams. 5 versus 10. I mean, it is just, I mean, it's no way to get started. But looking at what you're seeing, and looking at your picks, I mean, you tell me where you want to start with what you got. What is the first game on your list that our viewing audience needs to pay very, very close attention to?
I'm going to give you a couple upsets first.
All right, go ahead.
I'm giving you two this week because
2 for Tuesday. I like it.
Torn between.
Yes.
Syracuse plus 14 at Tennessee. Syracuse is a better team than they're given credit for. Tennessee, I'm not sure, but I'll take the 2 touchdowns. Take Syracuse.
Losing their quarterback and
worry about all that crap.
That doesn't worry you. Okay. All right. I like it.
All right. Next one is going to be Boise State at USF. I don't know what the weather's like in Boise State, but them potato pickers, once they get in that Tampa Stadium, are going to be like a bunch of French fries. So I'm going to take USF. And the one thing that got me about this game, the opening line was 10. 10.
Wow.
It's down to 5 now.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, I live in Tampa. It has been hot. It's been humid, and it's been raining nonstop. So
I'll take a shot with that one as an upset. USF and 5.
USF and 5.
I think Boise State's ranked too.
Boise State always plays good, but cross country, you're one of those big things you look at, Uncle Cheech. I've been following you for your 30 plus years. You're talking cross country trips, way up north, coming down south, cross country, and the heat, the temperature change, all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's what I'm concerned with, the heat.
Yeah.
I know I went outside for 5 minutes, almost dropped dead.
Yeah. Well, thankfully you're still here. We don't want that.
But going to cross country, I'll give you. I'm going against my own thing. I'll take Georgia Tech -4 at Colorado.
This is an interesting one because this is really Deion Sanders' opportunity. He doesn't have his kids anymore. They're not in the shadows. He's not in the shadows. This is kind of, that's kind of his team.
Well, he can have the one kid back from when they threw off the team the other day.
They did what?
When they cut the other day, they're going to have him back.
Yeah, Shiloh.
He can't be too smart. You don't swing at a guy when he's got a helmet on.
Well, I don't think he got cut for that. I mean, he was.
No, I know it. I didn't want he got cut, but you don't hit a guy when he's got a helmet on. What's the matter with you?
No, I know. I got it. But Georgia Tech, they're a sneaky. Georgia Tech was. They played some good football last year, with the coach and stuff. They're a team you better keep an eye on. You better not sleep on.
They're underrated. Watch them.
Yeah.
Watch and see.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat what's his name, old Deion there.
Yeah.
I
think so. Well, I give you a lot of credit before you reveal the next game because you don't shy away. You don't shy away from the big games. And I don't think you get much bigger than the game on Saturday. I believe it's a noon game, which kind of surprises me. You'd think it would have been a primetime game. But you're talking Texas at Ohio State. Arch Manning, the Heisman favorite. I mean, he's getting all the flowers, all the glory. Ohio State coming off national championship. They lost a lot of talent, lost their running backs, lost the quarterback, lost, defensive guys, lost people across the board. But they just seem to reload, which aggravates the hell out of me. I don't like either one of these teams. But
I don't either, but I got to pick them.
You got to pick one. But the Texas fans they've been mean to me. The Texas fans have been disrespectful in the cave. I don't like it. I don't like the way they talk. And now what are you hearing some news, some breaking news? Do I need you gotta pause?
Yeah, I'm going to break the news to you. That was the whale trying to get a hold of me.
You must have some news.
Let me see.
Tell him
this.
Do we have, I feel like Adam Shepard
got to take care of.
On our,
I took care of that. I took care of that.
Handling the business.
So remember the lock I gave you.
Look at that. This is how Uncle Cheech
works. I'm on the show right now. So.
He gets calls from high level people.
You got any tips? You got any tips?
They're going to Cheech.
Look at this. He has a
It
special
is.
ring for the important calls.
Jesus,
Yeah,
you got
I mean, I think each
Oh.
person's broken down. You guys are
All
getting
right.
inside
Let me
the
run. I got
mind
to make my pitch.
and the life of Uncle Cheech. You see what he's doing. He handles his business, and that's what happens. I just don't get it, but I love it. This is what we want to see. But we're talking this game. I don't want to steal. I don't want to steal.
He just wanted to let me know he won a bunch of money.
All right, that's what you do. That's
Well,
what
the
you do.
whale, he just called me to rub it in a little bit.
All right, so give us your breakdown. I'm not going to post who you're picking until I hear the words coming out of your mouth. Big game, Texas, Ohio State. What's Uncle Cheech? You've been breaking this game down all off season.
Yeah, well, the way I look at it, I'm Ohio State. That's a rough place to play. I don't care if you're Peyton Manning. It's a tough place to play. I'm going to take Ohio State minus the 1.5 to beat Texas. Not going to hurt them if they lose this early in the season, but I just think playing in that environment, 120,000 people screaming, it's going to be tough day for the quarterback. Hear the signal, this and that. And
Doug disagrees with you.
Who?
No,
Yeah.
Doug.
Who the hell is Doug?
Can't show disrespect to Uncle Cheech like that.
What's
Come
the
on.
matter with you, Doug? I love Doug, but he thinks
Doug's
Texas
awesome.
by 8. So I mean, it's going to be a bit. It's basically it's almost a pick'em game. I mean, that half point could come back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
But obviously 1.5. I'm impressed that it's 1.5 on the road. Because you usually get 3 points for being a favorite. So interesting.
Do these people know who they're talking to like this? Come on. You don't call it Uncle Cheech like that.
Let me tell you, I think it's just going to be pretty overwhelming. It might be, it's probably going to be a close game, but I think the crowd's going to play a big factor in this game, just like the Heat's going to play a big factor in Tampa.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they'd rather have the crowd than that heat. I'll tell you what.
Hey,
the shoe. It's a tough. Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
He's right. I'm not betting on that game.
Yeah. And West Virginia country boy. I just want to make sure you know. So Uncle Cheech, because some of you guys are new, and that's it. That looks like a new subscriber.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Is Uncle Cheech is giving you his picks. Now these are things that if you are in line with him and you align with what he's thinking, he's just basically confirming your thoughts. But what you make your money on is the lock of the week. That's where you put all the emotions aside. I don't want to hear your heart into it. This is where it's the mind, and you get an opportunity with Uncle Cheech. He had a 75% plus win rate last year. He was over 85, I think, the year before. He will make you money on the lock of the week. Did I say anything wrong, Uncle Cheech?
No, facts are facts.
Yes.
Yeah, and remember the people complaining earlier in the season last year? Then by the end of the year, those who questioned Uncle Cheech, they had nothing. And me, I was paying the rent. I was getting 5 bottles of wine and champagne because I listened to Uncle Cheech.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
You
So,
could
yeah,
be drinking
I
Muscatel.
wouldn't touch the Texas-Ohio State game. I wouldn't touch Miami Notre Dame game. I'm not touching any of these big games because you just don't know what you're going to get. I mean, you just don't know what you're going to get. And there you go. Doug's back in the good graces. Locks are on point. So what is the lock of the week that we got?
Lock, Alabama giving 13.5 against FSU.
Yeah.
I think FSU is going to be improved, but what I hear talk around Alabama, a lot of people are picking them to win the SEC this year. So I don't really have many contacts since Saban's been gone, but that's what people are saying.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I can't visualize FSU being as bad as they were last year. They can't get much worse.
No.
But and Mike Norville, he's a good coach.
Yeah. I don't disagree. And I think the pressure is on Florida State to really bounce back. The pressure's on that coach. They got a new quarterback. Now the quarterback came from Boston College, and he's come out a little bit, and he's kind of maybe given Alabama some bulletin board material. I don't know if that's something that you want to do.
That's usually not a good idea.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Let's see. Hold on 1 second.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go to the store tomorrow morning, get all kinds of goodies to eat. I don't drink too much anymore, so be drinking Coke or water.
Coca-Cola.
I put on a couple pounds last year. So.
Maybe a Dr. Pepper or something like that.
Dr. Pepper, maybe I'll have a couple Diablo sandwiches.
No, but that's good. What I wanted to ask you, I'm not asking you to pick the game. I'm just trying to ask you to your expertise. And I want to look it up because I was just curious if anything has changed. Let me see something here. Dallas and Philly, and Dallas is on the road. Let me get my glasses on. I'm like you. I got my glasses. Dallas is on the road, and what concern would you have if Micah Parsons is not playing? Because usually you don't like to touch rivalry games, but if Micah Parsons isn't playing, how attractive would that game be for you to bet, or would you still kind of go?
I definitely would bet that game if he's not playing.
Because it was. Let me see if the line went up lately. It was 6.5. It bumped up to 7. You got Dallas winning by 5 or getting 5 points. I've got Dallas getting a touchdown, and I'm just wondering with Parsons' uncertainty. Man, I mean,
you got a big hill to climb, even if he plays.
Even if he plays, you're at Philadelphia, which I think the Cowboys have owned. I mean, Dak Prescott has done very well in the NFC East, very well against the Eagles. It's the first game of the year. You don't know what you're going to get with the Cowboys. There's a lot of uncertainty, but
new coach.
And like, if he doesn't play, I just think the psyche, like, do you think the psyche of the players and the psyche of everything? And I don't know, Jimmy, your thoughts. I mean, it's your best player, and he's not going to be on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'd bet it, but I mean, I wouldn't be betting on Dallas, if he's not there.
Yeah.
If he's there, because I like Dallas at the beginning of the year to probably get into the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
If they got everybody.
Yes.
I mean, that's a big piece missing.
And not for nothing. That's going to be the story the whole week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a distraction. And if things go south, then yeah. And I think, Doug, 100%, we talked about it earlier. I think the offense is going to be just high powered. But the running game is the only thing that worries me. But if the running game isn't going, then you're going to be back to where you were, where you're throwing the ball 50 times and you're putting all the pressure on Dak Prescott. And one mistake, and you're screwed. And that's not fair to put on one player. I think they need balance, and I hope they find the balance with the running game. So, but
if you can't run the ball, forget about it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to give you a sneaky one. I was just thinking about.
Oh, a sneaky one. What do we got?
Clemson and LSU.
LSU.
I almost picked that game. I was reading LSU. Clemson had beaten are 1-6 against the SEC.
Yeah.
So I toyed with that one. I think it's 3 points. LSU's getting 3.
Is that in Atlanta or is it
that's in where's Clemson play?
In Death Valley?
Death Valley, yeah. They're home.
Okay.
But I mean, the trend, a lot of people in the SEC like LSU too. They're saying they're not really giving them much respect, and they could be a contender instead of a
the talents to be a contender. Hey, let me ask you before we wrap it up: is the America's Team documentary? I don't know if you had a chance to see it. I saw Jimmy Johnson was at a looked like an Arkansas, booster fundraise. I don't know what he was doing. He was doing there, and they asked him about the documentary, and he said something that was interesting. They asked about the relationship with him and Jerry, and I guess it's never going to end. And he said they've had an on and off against relationship. And, you know, when they were doing the documentary, they said, hey, you know, take it easy. Nothing will be edited. Speak your mind. Don't worry about anything. But he said after watching it, it clearly was edited to be the Jerry Jones documentary, which is basically saying that I think some of the things Jimmy Johnson said just kind of got cut out of the floor.
Yeah, well, it kind of made you. I watched, I think, five episodes so far.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
very interesting, but I think it kind of made Jimmy Johnson look a little bad.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. I thought so. Jimmy, did you see it at all?
Not yet, but
Okay.
you know what? At the end of the day, you know they're going to selectively edit it. They do it all these things, right?
Yeah. It was just
I mean,
funny.
they don't want to make it interesting. They want to make it, you know.
It was funny. Jimmy, yeah, Jimmy is. Jimmy's like, I'm 82 years old. I don't need to lie about nothing.
But yeah.
So, well, Uncle Cheech, you made it to the end of the show, so because you came on late, so we had a good time.
Yeah, I had to figure it out. Finally figured it out. We shouldn't have any more problems in the future.
All right, you know that sometimes with these things, guys, we appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe as we wrap this up, and definitely we apologize for the beginning. We have preseason too, and I think a lot of what happens is these software companies, they upload their securities and they do some crazy things. And then you got to upload things on your side and download that. And I think there was just some mistakes in the beginning. We did get it worked out. We press on. Jimmy gave a formal apology. So
whoa, wait. And West Virginia Country Boy, thank you. And Count Crystal, thank you. No, I said
thank you for the super chat. Was that a super chat?
Thank you for the super chat. Yes, West Virginia Country Boy, we really appreciate it. Not for nothing, but I said that Dominic changed some things around on the computer, said everything was going to be fine and good to go. So you know what? Dominic owes our fine people in the cave here in the comments and Uncle Cheech and Mike Tag an engraved apology.
Well, that is your kid, so I expect you to make sure it gets done. And I want at the beginning of the show to next Monday, I want to have the apology video so we can play it at the beginning.
Yes.
Aren't there games Monday?
Huh?
Aren't there games Monday? College games?
What game's Monday? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know. It's Labor Day.
Maybe it's Labor Day. That's right.
Or Tuesday, whatever the hell we do it. We'll do it Tuesday. Whatever day we'll do it, we'll get it going. But guys, I appreciate it. A special Wednesday. Thank you for kind of flipping the script. You know, Kelly and I got that going. I will say there will be some announcements. The Cowboys Cave has been asked to do a live pregame show for Cowboy road games at Eugene Lockhart. We'll have special guests. It's going to be live in Dallas. I don't know if I'll be live in Dallas, but I'll be on the show, and we'll be doing that. So there'll be a lot to come out. But if you're in the Dallas area, you'll be able to go there. Eugene, there'll be some former Cowboys. There's going to be an opportunity for that kind of stuff. So there'll be more details to follow, and definitely check it out. But if you're not, you'll be able to get it on YouTube. We'll be live streaming it through the Cowboys Cave, and it'll be an opportunity for you guys to be part of the show. So that was just kind of happening today. I got my man Eugene was calling me while I was doing the show. So it's going to be good. Remember, Catholics versus Convicts. I'm going down early to get all my new gear. I'm going to be looking good. It's going to be an orange out, so I got my Cam jersey. I don't know if I'm going to break out Ed Reed. I don't know. Sean Taylor, we're going to figure this thing out, but it's going to be a lot of fun. But I appreciate it, Jimmy. Any final words?
No, again, guys, thanks for hanging in there, especially through the technical difficulties. And Mike, are we going to talk about it, or are we just shooting for Tuesday, or what do you think for next week?
I think we can. I mean, check with you, but Tuesday would work for me if it works for you. I know your schedule gets a little crazy, so we'll do Tuesday because Monday. I mean, it's a holiday. I mean, it's holiday.
Yeah,
we like to have that time, so we'll get it going. And Monday, Uncle Cheech we're going to check what he's doing. Uncle Cheech, you're going to have some pro games in there. We're going to get this thing rolling right. We're going to do the lock. I think what I'm going to do is I got a little heavy with you last time. We're going to start slow. We're going to start at $25. And then when Uncle Cheech wins, we're going to put it to 50. And when it gets to 50, we're going to put it to 100. And then we're going to get rolling on this lock of the week. And you'll have an opportunity every week. We're going to draw a name. And we'll pick someone, so you have a 1 in 17 chance, or however many times he wins, to go ahead and get yourself an opportunity It's a 50-50 split. So it could be $1,700. We'll split it 50-50 and you'll be good to go. So we'll be doing that kind of event as well.
Last year, they put the heebie-jeebies on me.
Well, we're going to go conservative. We're going to start with 25. You understand? We're going to start low. We're going to, because the beginning of the season, you just don't know. So we're going to start
too high, low. You mean
too high, low? We're going to get that. We're going to get that thing rolling. But hey, you guys have a great Labor Day weekend. Enjoy college football. Keep an eye on the channel because I have a sneaky suspicion you might be seeing me down at the Hard Rock live, maybe cutting in, giving you guys a little flavor of the land, give you guys the feeling, let you be part of what's going to happen because it's a night game. It's going to be lit. It's going to be on. We'll be tailgating, so it's going to be a good time. So definitely check it out. Appreciate everyone joining. Sorry for the hiccup for the first few minutes, but we got it working out. Everything is tight. We'll be back on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you. Take care.
Tuesday, okay.
Hey, last Tuesday. I can't even get the outro. It's the end of it.
Give me somebody that's hungry. Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.
We got to figure it out.